Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Kaspa Miniseries. I'm Alex. We are wrapping up our deep dive into the epic 7.5-hour The Bitcoin Takeover podcast, where we've compressed a marathon of insights into these small, powerful episodes.
And I'm Jamie. We've explored the tech, the philosophy, and the controversies. But for our final episode, we want to focus on one of the most fascinating and paradoxical topics in any decentralized project: the role of the founder. What happens when a project designed to have no leader has a leader?
It's a huge question, and one that Vlad Kostia explored with Yonatan Sompolinsky from multiple angles. Today's episode is Yonatan's role in Kaspa, and we're going to unpack how he sees himself, his responsibilities, and his ultimate goal for the project's independence.
This is a story about a very different kind of founder. It begins with the simple fact that he never really wanted the job in the first place. As we discussed in a previous episode, his initial plan for Kaspa was just a small-scale experiment, what he called a game net. He said, "I genuinely thought this will be mined by 3 people."
But the community had other ideas. Miners from all over the world jumped on it. The network exploded in popularity, and he was suddenly thrust into the position of leading a major new crypto project. This dynamic of the community pulling him forward defines his entire approach to leadership. He's not a CEO pushing a vision. He's a researcher trying to steward a creation that has taken on a life of its own.
And he actively works to maintain that separation. A great example came up when Vlad was using the community-built Kaspa wallet. Yonatan was looking at it with the same curiosity as the audience, admitting, "This is not my software. It's nothing. I'm looking at it together with you. For me, I'm learning on it together with you."
That's incredible. Most founders would be giving a polished product demo. He's making it clear that the ecosystem is not his domain. He later reinforced this, stating, "Don't assume that there's an organized team or that I know what the organized team is. These things are built by developers, and they have their own. They get the credit and the blame."
It's a radical form of decentralization. He's not just delegating tasks. He's fostering a truly independent ecosystem where he doesn't need to be the central authority. His message to the community was clear: do your own things, build your own things. Don't assume I know about them and I don't need to.
It's like he designed the engine and the chassis of a car, and now he's telling the world, go ahead, build the rest. I don't need to approve the paint job or the brand of tires. This philosophy directly addresses a major risk in crypto: the cult of personality, where a project becomes too dependent on its founder.
And this is where we get to the heart of his vision for his own role. When Vlad asked if he ever wished he'd stayed anonymous like Satoshi, his answer was deeply personal and revealing.
What did he say?
He said, "For me personally, of course, I would prefer to be anonymous. I don't like the burden of being around. I aspire in the long term to not be around." He admitted that being a public figure is a price he pays right now because he is still heavily involved in innovation.
So he sees his public role as a temporary, necessary evil, while the core technology is still being built.
Exactly, and he has a clear exit plan. His ultimate goal is to make himself obsolete. He said, "At the moment this will no longer be the case, I'll be the first to run out of the window. I'll need no help in that."
Wow, that's probably the opposite of what you'd hear from 99% of founders. It's not about building a legacy for himself, but about building a system that can outlive him entirely.
It's the ultimate act of decentralization. Sympathetic. Think about it like a parent whose greatest success is raising a child who can thrive on their own. His definition of winning is for Kaspa to no longer need him. He even defined what complete looks like for him.
He did. It was the launch of Dagnite, the full implementation of the smart contract layer, and maybe one more major upgrade to the transaction flow. After that, he sees his part of the job as done. He stated, "For me, it's complete. I was part to be much less involved, if not at all removed. That's part of decentralizing the project."
And this philosophy extends to every aspect of the project, including the business side. The community constantly asks about listings on major exchanges like Coinbase or Binance. Yonatan's response was blunt and honest.
He said, "I have no visibility to this. I'm not the main person responsible for Kaspa's success. I'm not the face of it, and I'm not the promoter of it." He made it clear that if people expect him to be making those calls, they have the wrong picture of my role.
He is the architect of the protocol, the researcher pushing the science forward. He is not the project's business development lead, its marketing manager, or its CEO. Those roles, in his view, belong to the decentralized community.
So, when you piece it all together, a clear picture emerges. Yonatan sees himself as a temporary steward of the core technology. He is a scientist who built a laboratory, and he's still working on perfecting the equipment inside.
But he has no desire to be the lab director forever. His mission is to finish the foundational research, hand over the keys to the global community of scientists and builders, and then quietly exit, confident that his creation is strong enough to stand on its own.
It's a powerful vision for leadership in a decentralized world. It's not about command and control, but about creation and release. His legacy won't be his continued presence, but his carefully planned absence.
A perfect way to end our series. That's our look at Yonatan Sompolinsky's unique role in the Kaspa ecosystem. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Kaspa miniseries.
We've covered it all, from the technical foundations to the philosophical debates. We hope this breakdown has given you a deeper understanding of one of the most interesting projects in crypto. Thanks for listening.